We have theater in the round, planetariums in the round, and now educators and architects have created a space unlike anywhere else in the world. Education in the round. Enter the Learning Innovation Center.
It's a large building with a lot of space, a lot of room, that wasn't constructed to force a single mode of learning or a single pedagogy.
With an ever-expanding campus, the design team for the Learning Innovation Center was given a challenge: create an educational building with a range of classroom types that can teach 2,200 students. In the beginning of the process, OSU faculty explored the feasibility of round learning spaces in the building design.
We invited both faculty and administrators and students to engage in these work sessions. One of the surprises was whenever we came to the conclusion that we should do a new lecture hall type, which is in the round, every single one of the faculty responded saying, "I would love to teach in this room." Everybody was on the same page. That was a really big surprise and exciting to see.
The result was a collection of different learning spaces that support teachers and students with different teaching and learning styles.
There's 17 different rooms. No two of them are alike, and so students are being able to learn in environments that are different from one another, and those environments are inviting the instructors to come up with new ways of teaching.
They're really fun spaces to present in because you're so close to the learners, you're near them, you can engage, you can interact.
LINC has successful lecture spaces that are products of intentional design for learning.
You have everything from the Parliament classroom where students are looking at one another. We might host a debate. We have the 300-seat room, which is very light-filled and open. We have a 600-seat room, which is very sort of a little bit darker and technical, more theatrical in the way that it was designed.
We were very interested in providing a large lecture space or a large classroom space in which students are actually engaged with each other as well as the professor. This gave us an opportunity to build, for example, the arena classroom, where no student is further than 10 rows away from the faculty in the center.
We wanted to look at the fundamental aspects of human interaction, and so the study of proxemics came up, and just the very basic notion that if I'm within 15 feet of you, you can't ignore me. We called it the kind of radius of engagement. Could we make sure that a professor could get within 15 feet of every single person in an auditorium, even if there were 600 people in the room?
Proximity is a key factor in the round room design. In the 600-seat room, the farthest point from the instructor to any student is 8 rows.
When you have the students all in front of you, it's very simple to connect. When you have them all around you, you have to rethink how you teach. And one thing that's exciting about this place is to see how instructors respond to that challenge.
From me to the farthest student is 6 rows. In a regular lecture hall, it is 10, 20 rows up and away. So I can turn to see a student, talk to an individual, bring out those examples from that student, and have the acoustics of the room really let you hear that person in real time.
I think that the round room in LINC really offers a conversation style to class lectures that not a lot of other classrooms provide, because you can make eye contact with a lot of peers around your room and bounce ideas back and forth when the lecture's set up to allow that kind of conversation.
Exploring the dynamics of round learning spaces is fascinating for many at OSU, but the ultimate aim is always in view: a superior learning experience.
So if we can collect data on which of our students have used those spaces, what their experience was like, what did it mean for their coursework, for their learning, for their retention and mastery of the material, that becomes very important data to help us continue to invest in our students over time.
This isn't just about us making a building and shaking hands and walking away, but it's sort of a long-term relationship about what architecture and education can sort of do when they're both done really well together.